Is there anything better than a new phone case? So I use those magnetic mounts. It's just like a little metal pad right here, and then like in my car, upstairs on my nightstand, on my computer desk and all that, I've got these little magnets, and I can prop my phone up and it just sticks to it, and I can aim it and whatnot. But I also wirelessly charge my phone. So the metal prevents that from working. I don't use the MagSafe, like the Apple one, which is like the big circle magnet thingy. I've never used it, like no reason why. I just have like a bunch of non-MagSafe ones. I can't really choose one or the other. Like the mounts are more important to me, but also I just love the convenience of wireless charging. So I found these ones on Amazon, which it's like a rubberized pad, but it's still magnetic, so it can charge wirelessly, but also I can use my magnetic phone mounts without having to take the case off or whatever. But this thing, it's hard to tell. Oh no, I'm trying, yep, there we go. You see just how like worn out it is. Like that looks gross, right? It's like, it used to have like this nice like cover on it, but now it's just like, just worn out rubber coating, and it'll like literally just kind of like peel. Still works great, but it's just disgusting. And this phone case it's nasty. You see how yellow it is? These clear ones, like I love the clear ones, but they just yellow over time. And I'm sure like all the grease and crap I use at work doesn't help. So let's fix that. Yeah, there we go. I hated this one. Look at this. Like, look how, ooh. Like, look at the clear comparison between the new one. Like, focus on the edges, like right here. And then, ugh. Also, I hated this one because it was like a two-piece one. So I had to put this thing on the front of the phone, like this piece right here, and then like that's how this part like locked in. Like I've never seen that before. Normally like the phone case just kind of goes over the phone. What's up, guys? It is Tuesday, the day before the storm, so I'll keep you guys like documented on what's going on. So I just picked up some of my favorite snacks, which is these bad boys. These are the freeze-dried Skittles, and they're amazing. Highly recommend them if you guys haven't tried the freeze-dried candy, haven't tried those. 20 out of 10. Like, I'm literally addicted to them. Yeah, so I found a guy, I've been ordering them online. There's a place, I believe it's on Etsy, it's called like Tahoe Treats or something like that. And they have like the biggest bag I've seen so far. It's like a 1 pound bag, and it's like, after shipping and stuff, it's like 26, 27 bucks, which is, it sounds like a lot, but it's actually a really good deal compared to some of the prices. So usually a bag, I feel like I say bag weird, like bag. Usually a bag of these, like this size right here, this is a pretty big one. Usually about not even half of this, if you find them in stores, goes for like 10 bucks, if not more. When we all went to 12 Oaks Mall, there was a lady with like this like TikTok, you know, like trending type store, like a as seen on TV stuff, but like, you know, for TikToks. But God, they were overpriced. But she had those there, and it was one of her bags of those could easily fill this thing 3 times, and she wanted $18 a bag, and I was like, Jesus. And she said they sell like crazy, and I'm like, oh my God. But anyways, found these from a local guy. Like, they run like a little business. They sell them to stores, you know, like in Monroe or whatever, where we live, which is really cool. But they also sell them, you know, like right basically out of their house, essentially, you know, where they make them or whatever. I don't know if they make them in their house or whatever, but that's where we met. And you know, much cheaper, you know, because you're not, you know, paying the supplier fees or, you know, whatnot. But anyways, paid 11 bucks for each one of those bags. So anyways, though, I pull up to this guy's house. Beautiful neighborhood. It's a really, like, probably 5 or 10 years old, so all the homes are really big and nice. But anyways, so I pull up, and it's one of those houses, you know, where, well, all of them, where like you have enough room for 2 cars in the driveway, and like that's really it. So I just kind of like pulled in the street and like, you know, a little bit up on the curb, but not in the grass or anything like that. So I go to get out of the car, and then there's like a German Shepherd. So let me backtrack like I do, you know, because I swear I have ADHD or something, and it's hardcore. I've never been diagnosed, but I swear I have it hardcore. Way back when I was little, when we first moved to Novi, our neighbor, we had like the biggest backyard, like in the little area of like houses that were all kind of like butted up together.
and you know, they were all like chain link fenced in or whatever. So like we would always run out there like we had a dog, and we would throw the frisbee, you know, real far out. And you know, I had like a little sandbox and like a play for it or whatever, like way out. I don't, come to think of it, why the hell was that so far away from the house? I don't know. But anyways, I did. And one of the neighbors' houses that was like right there by my little play fort had a German Shepherd dog, and I love animals. And I would always go to the fence, and I'd be playing with the dog, you know, sticking my little hand through the fence and petting it. And the people were really friendly. The dog was super friendly. But I had this fascination with feeding their poor dog grass. Like I would just rip up grass, because I think I seen him eating it one day or something like that. And I was like, ooh, here's some more. So I'm feeding him grass as this little kid, and totally on accident, you know, like as it's nibbling on the grass, it bites the shit out of my thumb. Like, I don't remember, somewhere on my thumb, and it hurt like hell. I was screaming, you know, I ran in the house. You know, I was like, oh my God, the dog over there bit me. And, you know, obviously my mom was like pissed off, thinking that, you know, it was like an aggressive type thing. And, you know, she went to their house and they came over and we were all talking. I was like, no. I was like, I was just feeding it, you know, it didn't like attack me, you know, don't hurt the dog or don't put it down or anything like that. Because they were legitimately going to put the dog down. Like they thought like it bit me through the fence like aggressively. And I was like, oh my God, no. I was like, I was feeding it grass. And, you know, of course I got in trouble for that. But I was like, hey, you know, I'm not trying to get a dog put down for, you know, an innocent mistake. But anyways, that's my story about German Shepherds. So I'm kind of scarred from them, you know, if that makes sense. You know, that image of me getting the hell bit out of my thumb when I see a German Shepherd, you know, it plays a lot in my head. So I love dogs though, you know, no discrimination. I get out of my car and here comes a German Shepherd running up to me, and it's not barking or looking aggressive or anything. So I'm like, oh, I was like, they must just have their dog outside or something. Because I told him, you know, I'd be there at 5:30. It was like 5:30 on the dot. I'm thinking maybe, you know, he's out in the garage or something like that. But I'm looking around, I'm like, their house is like closed up. Like the front door is closed, the garage is closed. What the hell? And then there's this little kid standing like maybe 20 feet from my car, just like, I mean, probably like 7, 8, 9 years old. I don't know. I don't even know how to judge a kid's age at this point, this day and age. But he's got like, you know, a winter jacket on and gloves, hat, and boots and whatnot. And he's just kind of standing there. I'm like, you know, is this your dog, kid? Like, you know, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, kid, you need to keep this dog under control. Because the dog was like sniffing me, you know, obviously smelling my 3 dogs. And then it would start like, it'd start barking and like, you know, like hunker down like it was ready to run or something. So I'm like, oh, he's playful. And I'm like, I am not trying to make any sort of contact with this dog, because this thing will bite the living shit out of me. So the dog just keeps barking and barking and barking and barking. Like, it's not coming up to me, but it's just barking and barking and barking. And it's really close to me, so I'm uncomfortable as hell. And I'm like, I thought it was the people's that I was buying this stuff from, their dog. And I'm like, you know, this is, you know, wildly unprofessional. Like, I'm not expecting to like walk into like a professional shop, but like, you know, if you know somebody's coming over and you've got a dog that wants to bark and freak out, like, put the damn dog away, you know? So I'm like, maybe this dog is this kid's, because this kid is just kind of like still awkwardly standing there. I'm like, kid, is this your dog? You know, the dog's just barking up a storm. The kid's just standing there like, just completely like ignoring it and not saying anything to me. And I'm like, okay. So I ring the guy's doorbell, and then he finally answers, and, you know, like, I'm standing there ready to just buy some candy and get back in my car. But you've got this dog like running up to his porch barking, and then this kid like is now standing in his yard awkwardly. And I'm like, the guy's like, is this your dog? I was like, no. I was like, I thought it was yours. It's just like sitting here barking and freaking out. And he's like, oh, I can't stand this dog. It's, you know, he didn't say whose it was. But basically, apparently that's all that dog does, and it just runs loose and barks at people and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's really nice. And then he's like, is that your kid? I'm like, nope. I also got out of my car and he was just standing there as well. So, yeah, that's how that meeting went. And I don't know. I have no words. People, if you got a big dog, put the damn thing on a leash, on a collar, in a crate, in a fenced-in yard, something. Like, stop letting big dogs roam. Like, even little dog, any dog, period. You know, like, that was severely uncool. Like, if I wasn't a cool person, somebody would probably have that thing, you know, like, call the animal control and put down or something, you know? Like, people are crazy. I don't want that to happen to the dog, but also the dog seemed a little aggressive. But now, I am on my way to I have no idea. Shadowwood Lane. And I'm buying a snowblower because we're supposed to get hammered with snow tomorrow. And the little janky one that my uncle gave me, it's like one of those like old school like flipper paddle ones. It sucks unless it's like super dry, powdery, light snow. It just constantly gets clogged up and just... So I found this one. This guy's selling it for $140. It's like a big Yard Machines one, 2-stage, I believe, self-propelled and all that. You know, like big, solid metal, sturdy frame. So pretty excited to pick that bad boy up. Can't beat that deal. And then I can literally, like, I could use this thing tomorrow and then post it for $200 and sell it in a heartbeat. But I'll probably end up keeping it. I actually gotta go straight, so let me flip over. I'm really hoping that it'll kind of fit in here and like I can like lay it down so I can close the back hatch, because I don't really want to drive home all the way. I mean, I could take Telegraph, but that's a long way to go home with God, I'm probably taking Telegraph. It's probably a 25-30 minute drive home, and that would suck, you know, not having the back closed. But I'm almost there. All right, guys, I'm back home. I know I told you I was gonna record when I got the snowblower, but I got it. It barely fit in my Explorer, so like we lifted it in there and I just expected to like tilt it back and like slide it in, but it was literally like touching the top, you know, like the roof. So I was like, I don't think it's gonna fit. I was like, but you know, I got it from here. I don't want to keep the guy out there anymore. So I ended up folding my other seats down and moving some stuff around, and then like adjusted the chute the other way, because like the ceiling has like different heights, you know, like where the windows are and stuff like that. So when I moved that, I was able to like maneuver it in there and like be able to close the tailgate, or lift gate. So super awesome. Just got home and I was like, how the hell do I get this out of my car by myself? So I did that, as you'll see right here in this clip. And as you can see, first time I was ever using like that electric start thingy, and for some reason when I use the electric start, it runs funky. It's almost like it's not like fully running yet or something. I don't know how to describe it, but when I pull start it, it runs like, I would say like 95% perfect. It could probably use a spark plug, you know, clean the air filter out, clean the carb, you know, fresh oil, but you know, for tomorrow it's gonna do just fine. I put some fresh gas in it and basically got it ready to go for tomorrow. And then I loaded my old one up, so I cleaned it up, you know, reattached some of the loose panels, filled it up with gas. So that one's a 2-stroke, so it takes the gas oil mix, which is another reason I hate it. I'm not a 2-stroke guy, I'm a 4-stroke guy. I don't like mixing gas and oil. But I filled it up because I had a little bit of gas left, cleaned it up, fired it up. I mean, the thing runs like a champ, you know, like turn the choke on, turn the key on, primed it like 3 or 4 times. One pull, the thing fired right up, so I'll give it that. The thing runs like a, you know, freaking animal. Let it run, let it warm up a little bit, made sure it worked, it ran good. Turn it off, threw it back in my car, and that one's nice because I can literally just grab it and lift it in there. I mean, it weighs like not even as much as a lawnmower. Took it down the road, so I gave that one to my mom. I will show you guys footage of the snow here in a little bit, and then this video will probably be over, and I will see you guys in the next video. And I gotta get another video upload of this because I haven't really done a lot. Actually, I don't think I've done anything since I last filmed, but I think I've got like 2 more videos of it, like me just getting stuff set up. It's still a mess, but yeah. All right, I'll see you guys. So there were all kinds of reports about how horrible the roads were. People were spinning out everywhere. Honestly, it had me nervous because Shelby had to work still. I had the day off, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to take you to work because my Explorer's all-wheel drive and I have a little bit better tires than her. Her car is just front-wheel drive with, you know, some generic tires. It wasn't anywhere near as bad as what everybody made it sound out to be. Obviously, it's really bad out there, as you can see in the videos, but there was no ice. Like, there was very little slick spots, you know, because the cars were keeping most of the drive parts of the road, whatever, clear. It definitely got worse, but it was kind of a letdown. They were talking about 9 inches of snow. I would say we probably got about 5 to 6 inches total. I snowblowed our driveway, and then I did my neighbors because they're old and it's hard for them to get around, so I thought it would just be a nice gesture. I was going to do our other neighbor's driveway, but she came out. She was like, no, I'll get it. I was like, all right. I mean, I don't mind, but okay. New phone case. New magnetic safe. Wireless magnetic thing pad, new camera protector, never used one of those, and new screen protector. Who this?